Hello there everyone, welcome back. It's time to do another architect home remodel. Alyssa over at Sims Therapy. Please check out her channel. She does the reviews and then she selects a home for me to remodel. If you're new here, I wanted to let you know I don't change the walls to the original structure. Every now and then I'll just take out a basement or a top floor, but otherwise I work with the walls that are here and I go in and redecorate it. So this house, I really do like the shape of it, except for the back. It's kind of flat, but I'm also looking at it and I'm thinking I'm pretty sure it's some sort of a restaurant because of all the chairs there in the front and on the balcony above. Plus you have a kitchen over here that looks more like a commercial kitchen. It has the divider there where maybe someone would come up and order. I'm not quite sure about that, but they've used the old Scandinavian kitchen set in there. And then you have a couple of refrigerators. So to me, it really does look like they've set this up as sort of like a restaurant. And then you have a hallway there and two restrooms. And then there's a little room over there to the left as well. Over here is kind of confusing. It's just a room with a table and three chairs and an elevator. But then you come up here to a sitting area. So that might be like a little lounge area. But then you have yet another kitchen up here. So to me, the layout is a little bit confusing and the refrigerator's placed kind of strangely there. But what I look for is the layout and what I plan to do with it. And as of now, I already have done the remodel, so this is not a first impression for me at all. And also there is an empty room there. I can already tell you this house would be much cheaper to just build on your own if you like the layout. But as it is, as I was looking at it here, I was trying to plan ahead as to what I was going to do with this upstairs. The downstairs, not a problem, but the upstairs, I needed somewhere to put a bathroom, and all of the rooms were sort of the same size, and there's no hallway up there. But you'll see what I did with it in the end. I ended up making it work, and I even added something kind of cool in the back to sort of offset the fact that the back of the home was really flat there. So when I come back, you will see what the after looks like. Alright, so let's take one more look at the before here. And now you're going to see what I've done with the after. I did turn it into a family home, which is what I typically try to do with the architect home remodels. And I didn't want to overclutter those balconies there in the front. And where I don't change the walls, I couldn't really move them, so I just left them empty, sort of like roof tiles. And as you can see in the back here, where the back of the structure was so flat, I've added a garage with a tiny house apartment on the top. And you've seen me do that before. And then I connected the two structures with a balcony, so you couldn't really tell how flat the back was on the back of the house. So now let's take a look at where you walk up to the front of the house here. I've just added some very simple landscaping and some light posts. And as I said before, I just kind of left those as sort of roof tiles, the white tiles there. And now we're going to go in the front door and we're going to take a look at the inside. I do really like how the inside turned out. I did something a little bit different. Instead of walking into the living room, I decided to make this the dining room because it's sort of a long, skinny room. And it's kind of hard to work with that shape of room if you're trying to make a living room. But I love how the decor looks in here. You saw the table there with that setup. This is the view from the front door. And I really like how the table came together with the two mirrors on either side. And then that new Moroccan window there in the middle. So I think that looks really pretty. And then you go through two archways here into the living room. I thought this shape of room was much more suitable for a living room. It looks a little bit more traditional in here. I've used the old grandfather clock, and I rarely get to use that large area rug, but it fit perfectly in here. On either side of the front windows, we have bookshelves. We have a beautiful fireplace here. And you'll also notice throughout the home on the exterior walls, I've brought in the exposed stone that was on the outside of the house. And I like the furniture grouping here with the coffee table. I think it looks very pretty and very traditional. So now we'll come through here and you see the TV there in between the two archways into the kitchen. This is a little bit more modern, so I've used the gray and white cabinets and countertops. We have a double stove over there by the window. And then we have the refrigerator there in the middle of the two arches. The sink was by the back window. And then I've sort of created a little eat-in area here. I don't think they can actually use those chairs to eat at the table. That's mostly for decoration since there's a formal dining room out front. And then this was one of the restrooms, and I've turned it into a very large pantry. There's a door here that comes out to that covered patio. Remember, there's a balcony above to join the two structures together. And I thought this would be pretty to put here on the patio as a decoration. And then that walks out to the garage, which we'll look at here in just a minute. And then through here is where that hallway already was, so I put the staircase there. And then this was the other restroom over here, and I've turned that into the laundry room. And notice I did put a sink in here because the room, the little tiny room beside of it, I turned into a toilet and shower room. So that way you have a toilet and shower here, but in the laundry room you have a place to wash your hands after you use the restroom. So that's what the downstairs of the main house looks like. This is the garage that I've added. So it's just a plain garage, and we'll take a look at that cute little apartment above here in just a minute. So that's what the new look of the main floor turned out to be. Like I said, I really am pleased with it. It was fun to come in and just redecorate it. So you come up the stairs, and remember I was worried about the 3 rooms upstairs here, what I was going to do with them all. So this room, the landing, I've turned into a home office. You see the bookshelf there, the desk. There's a couch over here, so there's a nice place to read and relax. And then you see the dad, he's working there at the desk. Then you come through this door here into the main bedroom. So I've just used a double bed in here and an armoire and a vanity. And then over there in the corner by that doorway, you see a nice relaxing chair. And there is the doorway there that leads you out to the balcony that joins up with the upstairs of the garage where the apartment is. And I've put some furniture out there. So now we come into the bathroom, and that was part of the dilemma. It's just such a large room, and I'm terrible at decorating large bathrooms. But I think I made it work. I mean, I think it's okay. The sink's over here with the towel rack and the shower. And then in the middle, I've put a bench there, which would be nice to sit and get dressed on after your shower or bath. The bathtub's over there in one corner and the toilet in the other. So it's a little bit bigger than I normally do for a bathroom, but I kind of didn't have a choice. And it's really the same size as the master bedroom, which is kind of weird. But that's how I had to make it work since I don't change the walls. Alright, so let's come over here where the garage is and come upstairs to my favorite part, even though it's not technically part of the remodel, and it's a new structure that I built onto the back. I really love this. This is for their college-age daughter, so maybe you could imagine the bed folds up into a little futon-type couch, and you can see she's relaxing there. She has a TV. She has a door out to that balcony with the furniture on it. She has her computer in the corner. And she has her school books there and her tablet. So really anything she could need. In here is her little 3-piece bathroom, which I think is very cute. And then over here in this tiny little room is where I've put her stackable washer and dryer, as well as her little closet unit. So it fit in there perfectly. And then we'll come around through this archway into her cute little kitchen. I love this kitchen. You know how much I love tiny little kitchens and tiny homes. And I've put the table there in the corner, and then over here is her stove area. She has her toaster and mixer, and then on the other side she has her sink and her teapot and her refrigerator and a nice little candle arrangement there just to make it pretty. So this little garage and apartment you could actually build on its own, and I'm going to show you the grid before the end of the video in case you want to do this, but we'll start here and look at where I've put everything. So this is how I've kind of set up the little apartment, and you could build it with or without the garage. You could just build it as a ground level tiny house, or you could put the garage underneath it. I just think it's really cute. And then let's not skip over the patio here. I probably should have put a grill out there, and I kind of forgot to, but it does have a driveway in and out either side. But let's look at the actual remodel here so you can see how I've set up the landscaping outside. Then you walk into the dining room, which I'm very happy with how all of that looks together with the table and decor. Then you come into the living room. Back here is the new look of the little kitchen here. And then you have where the restrooms used to be a pantry here. You have the hallway here, and where the second restroom was is the laundry area with the sink, and then you have the toilet and shower there in that tiny little room they already had. So you come upstairs, and I've turned this into the sort of office, and then over here is the main bedroom and the oversized master bath. There's the balcony there that attaches the two, and that is the remodel with the newly built garage and tiny house apartment over top. So it was very fun to go in and redecorate everything, and especially to just create the new part out back. And as I said, I'll just show you the grid real quick to this section, and that's really all there is to it. You can take a screenshot of it if you like it. And yeah, it was really fun just to come in and redecorate and add that onto the back. This batch of architect homes, without sounding too negative, was terrible. So I was very happy to get house number 1, which is what this one is, because I took a look at it and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I get to do this one instead of some of the other ones. But if you have enjoyed this remodel and the new design of it, let me know by leaving me a like or a comment. I sure would appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I hope everyone is doing well. Take care. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.